Oh no. Oh, never mind.
Oh no, he says.
It didn't look like it was starting to record, but then it just jumped in. I was like, oh god. Okay, it's working. It's working. It's there. I panicked for a second.
Speaking of things that are not working,
Are you fucking kidding me?
same exact issue. As you can see, holding down the power button doesn't turn on.
What?
I plug it in. And you can see that
Zero.
it says it's charging. Shut up, Siri. God damn it. Yeah, but that's all it does. Oh, and it makes an actual clicking noise, but I don't think you can hear it.
No.
No, yeah. Yeah, so awesome. I'm going to let it charge. Maybe it'll actually take a charge and it'll work. I don't know. I don't think it will. It sucks. And what's really funny too is that even after exchanging before I exchanged the first one, I went online. It was like, hey, am I just being stupid? Like, am I not turning this on right? Do you have to click it 3 times and raise a leg and then hold it down and be like, then it turns on or something stupid like that? And I found a Reddit thread where there's quite a few people that are like, yeah, for some reason the white version doesn't seem to be working out of the box.
Yikes.
And have had the similar instances where they've gone through multiple exchanges to get a working one. So, great quality control there, Theragun.
That's not good.
Fucking stupid. Yeah. Someone was also saying that the one that they had purchased 6 months ago was manufactured in 2020, but I haven't seen where's a manufactured date on any of it.
Is it on the box maybe? It's
It might be on the box. Yeah, I don't see anything on the actual gun itself. I'll take a look at that later. But yeah, super disappointing in that. Like I said, I want to give it at least maybe one more try, because that's what sucks is I can't get a different color.
Yeah, it's
this
stupid.
might be something that they might be right. Like the product red version just might not be the product red version, or the white version might just not be one that is purchased very often. So a lot of them just sit on the shelf for a very long time and are never refreshed. And then the black versions are purchased all the time. So, they might be fresher. I don't know. Maybe the Thunderbird store is still open for business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the closest store, although I can check again, that had actual new in-box versions, because I really don't want to have to order one again. So I just might go after work tomorrow, drive to Thunderbird, and see if theirs works. Maybe. Super frustrating. Super frustrating.
Let's see here.
Are you looking it up right now? See if they have any in stock.
Thunderbird has one.
Well, that's one less than they had 2 days ago. They had 2.
Hey, I mean, since you're already down by the 10, why don't you head down to Tucson? They have 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, that's just a hop, skip, and jump away.
You could go to the Palm Desert store. They have 3.
I don't even know where the Palm Desert store is.
California.
Cool. We're going to California. Pack your bags.
I think. I don't even know what's in. Yeah, it's Palm Desert, California, yeah.
And there's literally, it goes Thunderbird, then Palm Desert, California.
It goes Thunderbird, Tucson, Palm Desert. It's only a 3 hours and 36 minute one way.
I mean, that's a lot better than going to Tucson.
See? There you go.
Always have to look at the upsides, you know?
Yeah, man. That's how you have to look at it, dude. Nobody wants to go to Tucson.
No.
So might as well go the other direction twice as long.
Right? God, that's frustrating.
That's bad. That's bad news right there.
like I said, I'm going to give it one more shot. If the third one is broken still, then I'm done. I'm just going to return everything and just be like, well, fuck it, whatever. I tried.
Did you? So, not that anyone knows what the fuck we're talking about, because this is a half a conversation we had earlier today. What's that other one we had on accommodation?
Hyper V, I believe, is the one that usually comes up on accommodation.
Is it like it's like a squarish one? I could pull. I think it's still on there.
No, Hyper V is like more like a T shape. Like most what we're talking about right now are massage therapy guns. Most of them are more like T-shaped. I can't even think of what a square one looks like. The Theragun is the only one that I know of the only one that I know of that has that a T-shaped handle that is easier to grip for like trying to massage your back and stuff like that. So a square one, I'm not really sure about myself. But even in which case, this is the only one that I know of that we still have an accommodation for.
I could be wrong with the shape too. I might be mistaken about being squarish. Anyways, so what's up, buddy?
Besides that, not a whole lot. What's up with you?
Literally doing nothing other than just talking to you.
That's cool.
Really? What a fucking stupid ass passcode bullshit.
So what do you want to talk about first? There's a bunch of stuff that dropped this past couple weeks. I should say,
fucking,
not weeks.
Like the last few days, it just seems like it's just content overload, man. What the
right?
Fuck.
We had a new Nope trailer, which
I haven't watched yet.
You didn't watch it? You posted it.
I know, and I have a reason why.
I'm trying to avoid spoilers.
I'm trying to avoid anything that has to do with like being a spoiler. Like I don't want to know. I want to know as little as possible.
I won't spoil it for you. I did watch it, I assumed that you watched it.
So I was going to. I posted it. I was at work when it came out, so I posted it, and I had intention to actually, like watch it, and then I was like, no, I think this is the one movie we discussed not watching anything about. And I couldn't remember if this was the one, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch it.
It probably was. I will say that, yeah, this one probably it probably spoils a little bit more than you would want. Yeah.
Okay. Then I don't think I'm going to watch it.
Like, I still don't know what the story is.
Yeah,
but it shows more things going on that, for me, I was only guessing at after watching the first couple trailers.
Shut up, people in our chat. Jesus. Do you guys know we're doing stuff here?
Oh, okay. Did you read the Prey article that you posted, or that Taj posted?
Yes.
Well, no. I shouldn't even say actually that one. That's not the one that I read earlier. Did I actually? I think I forgot to favorite that. Anyway, it was an interview with Dan Trachtenberg because he's the director of
Prey.
Which, if you don't know, is actually going to be the new Predator movie that takes place before all of the current ones.
Yeah.
I just don't remember what time period it is.
Before white people have landed in America, I think, for the most part. Or before we settled in America, I think, because I know they show some white people, but I think those are explorers more than like actual settlers. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, but basically, and I wish I would have saved it because I'm going to have to remember most of this off of my memories. Yeah, there it is.
1719.
Prey director promises different breed of predator. Basically, it was just that the look of the predator is going to be slightly different than what we know it is today, mostly because it takes place 300 years before the first Predator, or roughly 300 years before the first Predator. And the idea is that, there's people from all around the world looked slightly different. So it's could be said that Predator race, whatever they might actually be called, might look slightly different all around their planet. So the Predator that we're going to get here in Prey is going to look different than what we know. But they don't really go into any specifics about it. He doesn't go into very specifics about it.
Because I know there's a still shot of the Predator. I don't know if I can't tell if he looks different because all we get to see is him wearing a different style mask.
And it would make sense.
I mean, because even in Predator 2, the Predators do look different. There's like paler skinned ones. There's like darker skinned ones. There's obviously taller ones, shorter ones, whatever, right? This one just seems that he has different style armor. But one of the things I picked up from the images in the trailer, I can't fucking talk. It's been a long day. I'm fucked right now. Anyways,
Right.
His shield that he pops out, which at first in the image I thought was like some gnarly sword, but in the trailer you see it like open up into a shield, looks almost like Aztecian in a way, like the designs to it. And then, but they show him wearing a mask. I'm trying to find the picture of it. And
so I found the quote. If
ahead.
you want to give a second to try and find that picture.
Yep.
So from Sci-Fi Wire, if you want to go read the rest of the article, it's not very long. It's called "Prey Director Promises Different Breed of Predator, God of War Inspirations in New Film." At the very end there, it says, "I think our Predator in mind, not only does he exist, 300 years before, but I think in sci-fi movie terms, time moves very slowly," Trachtenberg said. If the way the Star Wars functions, or even Star Trek, it's like 300 years. Ships aren't suddenly like so different, but I think this guy's perhaps from a different hemisphere of the planet and a little bit of a different breed. So even his look is a little new. It's familiar, but new. So I'm excited for people, even for diehard fans, to really see something they haven't seen before. End quote. So it's a very meandering quote there, but it sounds like we're going to get something a little bit different.
Okay. What the fuck is happening here? Okay.
I have no idea what's going on.
Trying to send you the picture I found while listening to you and fucking text messages blowing up.
Wow, I double click on that image. It is so small.
Yeah, I was trying to fucking get it better, but Jesus, man.
Well, I can zoom in a little bit. I can get the idea of it though. That mask almost looks more bone-like.
Yeah, like he's wearing like a skull of something, of someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and whatever that thing he's holding, I'm going to presume it's a weapon.
It's the shield that I was talking about.
It's the shield. Okay,
yeah, in the trailer,
looks more
like
copper, and like the feeling that I get out of this is more ancient technology type stuff. Like this looks more like Civil War era human stuff than it would like alien stuff, I guess, which is a weird thing to say or try and explain, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, obviously we've only have one trailer, and there's not that many shots of him in it, like full on shots. But I saw that and I was like, oh shit, that looks fucking cool. There's not very many large or better versions of it. But yeah, it's just cool because like the mask looks like it's made of bone, and then it looks gnarly, and then that shield it opens up in the trailer. You watch it expand. It's a quick shot, but you can see it. But yeah, even like if you kind of zoom in and look at his backpack, it looks a little different too. Like it's a little less polished-y of technology. I would say. That's not even a fucking actual word.
No, and it really is very hard to tell anything on this image here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was some piece of news that we got today. There was the Nope trailer. There was some other stuff. Oh, Terminal List with Star-Lord. Anyway, that's it about that. The trailer was so just meh. It's literally what I told you guys too. Like, I watched that. I couldn't tell you what it was about right now. I don't know what it was about. It has a plot. I know it did. But the whole trailer was just so uninteresting and uninspiring.
Yeah, it definitely was. I don't know. I also didn't. I was like, bro, how are they fitting this all in a movie? And then at the end it said new like show or TV show or whatever. I was like, oh, this is a show?
Is it?
Yeah, it's a show. I was like, holy shit. Okay.
I don't feel like that's going to last very long. I was more interested in the Munsters remake by Rob Zombie, written and directed by Rob Zombie. That's going to be...
Hell yeah.
Was it a movie?
It's a movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie. Really dope. Because it starts out in the black and white, which is classic Munsters. Goes through the couple of the introductions with the... What's Frankenstein's name? I can't remember. Like, you have Morticia,
nope.
right?
Nope.
No.
That's Adam's Family.
Nope, I'm confusing...
That's Adam's Family you're thinking of.
That is Adam's Family. Yeah, that's who I'm confusing it with.
I'll give you a hint. Starts with an H.
Herman Munster.
There you go. And his wife's name is... It's the name of
Lily?
There you go. I was going to say the name of a flower.
Grandpa. I don't know if did they ever give him a name, an actual name? Or is it just they've always referred to him as Grandpa, right?
In the show, it was always Grandpa. Yeah, I don't think they ever actually gave him a name. They might have at one point, but it's definitely always listed as Grandpa when you look it up.
Yeah. I will say Herman and Lily, very classic looking. It's Grandpa Munster that actually has like such a radically... I mean, he looks the part, but radically, like that hair, man, it's a character in and of itself.
Oh, yeah, man. That's how it was.
Well, it's like, I remember that character actually, in the old Munster shows, having a pretty fantastic do, but like this is like something else, man.
Yeah, he gave him a like mutton chops too, if I'm not mistaken, by looking at it.
Yeah, and I think that's what adds to it. But yeah, the trailer starts off black and white. It introduces the characters, and then towards the end there, it cuts to color, and they're just sitting on the couch, and you're like, oh, this is weird. Like, I've never really thought about what they look like in color.
In living
and
color.
And then you watch that, and it's like, oh, Grandpa Munster is like blue,
Yeah, because the later versions, I'm trying to pull up a picture so I can show you. When they colorize the show, that's kind of what they look like.
Oh, I forgot that they colorized it. Like, I have seen the colorized version. Yeah, I do remember that now.
He's in Rob's. He's very blue, like he's very blue.
He's very blue.
Yeah, like he's like.
Yeah.
But I think they went for a saturation look for it. But yeah, it's anyways, yeah. But they built that house, dude.
Legit?
Yeah, like they built it. It's a whole fucking set. Like
that's dope.
If you
Is
go
it
to
on Universal's backlot?
I think it's on their lot. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. If you go, trying to pull up. I know if you go to Rob Zombie's Instagram, he has pictures and shit of it. Let me see if I can pull it up while we're talking.
No, that's super dope.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not much to say more about the trailer. There wasn't like any type of indication of what the story is going to be or anything like that. And I know that there are a couple more characters in that in the Munsters, but they only showed those three. So we'll see what happens. Because you showed that a picture from the original show. It's also the normal daughter, right?
Yeah, their niece or nephew, niece. Yeah, she's the niece.
Niece, or
yeah,
something like that. Her name's what, like Daisy or something? I don't remember.
and I think I mean, I don't know if Wikipedia is correct on everything, but I believe they've cast pretty much all the main adult characters. I don't know if they've given anything else to it. Like I don't know if the kids are in it or not. Because this lists Herman, Lily, Grandpa, Dr. Henry Augustus Wolfgang, Igor Floop, Barbara Carr. Yeah, I don't see Eddie anywhere listed.
It'd be weird if they didn't have the kid. Anyway, that was an interesting trailer. If you love the Munsters or want to know who the Munsters are, just go look it up. And I'm sure that you can actually find some of the original episodes on YouTube as well. I actually ran across an Addams Family channel that literally just plays Addams Family, the old Addams Family show.
That's pretty awesome.
On YouTube. I don't know why YouTube was like, hey, you might like this. I was like, I kind of do, but why are you showing me this? The next thing that dropped, Black Adam official trailer dropped. That shit, I don't really know much about the character Black Adam, but he looks almost like a villain in this trailer.
Yeah, he's not always a good guy. He is an anti-hero, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, he kills people. Like, it's not like he doesn't. Here's the picture of the house, by the way.
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah. So they built that shit.
At least from that angle, it is.
Yeah. It's fucking cool. Yeah, he's so much like he's like an analog to Shazam, right? There's Shazam, who's like altruistic and good. And then there's Black Adam. Black Adam has gone against good guys in the past, but he's not really a villain per se. Like, he's not here to take out Superman or Batman or Shazam. They've fought before because, like, he kills people whenever he wants. He's not like, and he tries to make it justified, but he does kill people. He's been a villain a few times in different projects that I can think of, or different projects, different stories and stuff like that. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, it looks like they're like focusing a lot on his like origin, because the way they tell, I was a slave until I died, and then I was reborn a god, I think is what he says in it.
Yeah, something basically like that, which is fine. I mean, because I don't know who Black Adam is, really. I know he's loosely related to Shazam, meaning that he has similar powers, right?
Very similar, yeah.
Yeah.
He's listed as an anti-hero too. That's funny. I don't know if there's a quick way to address it, but depends on, I guess. So obviously in DC they've revamped characters quite a bit over the years. Obviously the whole like rebirth in DC 52 was
the new 52, yeah.
Yeah, like that's kind of like new origins for a lot of them. And Marvel does the same thing, very, very similarly. But like I can't trying to find it's like an ancient Egyptian god or something that I can't remember what it was. There's way too fucking much to read in here to fucking even go over it. But yeah, he's like, I think he was, if I'm trying to remember correctly, so he was seen, like, obviously, like the gods in a lot of stories will watch the peons, and then they kind of like, they don't really get involved, but they kind of fuck with shit all the time. Yeah, so if I'm mistaken, and this could be wrong, I'm trying to remember all of it. In the version we are getting, I think they're going off of this one. So basically, he was a slave. He was put into gladiatorial games. He was good at it, but he pissed off the wrong person, so they killed him. But before they did that, I think they killed his wife and son. Okay. And he went to basically like get revenge. This ancient like Egyptian god was like, oh shit, look, this guy is like, he's got something I want. And so he literally bestows him the powers of a god, thinking he's going to be able to corrupt him. But instead he uses the powers for good, air quotes. Mm-hmm. Like his own agenda, but like not for the evil purposes the Egyptian god had involved in mind, I think is how it went. I can't remember the whole thing. But what threw me off though is where the fuck does this take place? And when does it take place?
I was literally just going to ask you that, because there seems to be a lot of destruction going on, and you would think that someone else in the Justice League would be involved in this.
Also, it just seems like there's a lot of weird space sci-fi stuff going on. Like there's like flying cars and shit.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was like, where does this take place? Because when is this? This does not seem like current DC like time frame.
No, it doesn't. Or even this universe, like the Batman, Superman, the Snyderverse type of universe.
Yeah, man. I was like,
does this happen in a different DC universe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is my question.
Nearly 5,000 years after receiving the almighty power of the Egyptian gods and being imprisoned just as quickly, Black Adam is freed from his earthly tomb, ready to unleash his unique form of justice on the modern world. It doesn't seem like, if you watch, if you haven't seen this trailer yet, go ahead and give us a pause. Head on over to the website, because I'm going to load this trailer up on there just like the other ones we're talking about, if I can remember. And watch it. There's like flying cars and like some other shit that's going on. So I don't understand where this takes place. I'm down. Like I'm in. This movie looks fucking ridiculous. But like I don't know where this or when or where this takes place.
Which is weird, because I'm watching it right now. Like you still do see like fighter jets,
yeah,
like F-22s. But you're right. Like right. I'm literally pointing here and saying right there, you have like flying jet motorcycles.
Yeah.
You have the fucking Fantastic Four jet at the beginning there. It's so weird that. Yeah, I don't know. That was my question too. When does this take place? Where does this take place?
Yeah, because like it has the JSA in it, Justice Society of America, which includes in this particular version Hawkman, Atom Smasher. Who else is in this? And Cyclone's in this.
Dr. Fate's in it, but is he part of the society?
Yeah, he's part of the society at that point.
Yeah,
because this is the version
which is pretty dope. I must say that I like Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Doesn't say. I mean, the premise in here is literally what I just read to you, so there's not much else in here that tells us what's going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because it's. I think it's. I mean, obviously, Shazam exists, and they're making a second Shazam movie that should. I think it's scheduled to come out next year at some point. But the difference. I'm trying to remember why one. It's like the Shazam and Black Adam are like the two different sides of the same coin, right? They share the same abilities essentially from one another. The difference is, I think, with Billy's, his body, when he transforms, he can't, like, it takes a toll on him, if I'm not mistaken, so he has to revert back, where Black Adam, his body was already, like, adult and like, superior. So when he got the powers, it didn't really do the same. Like, so he didn't have to. I don't think he ever transforms back. And if he does, he's probably just the Rock still. So like, that's not a shame. It's like, oh no, right. I'm still the Rock. But I don't know if they're really gonna link these two together.
Right.
I don't know. I mean,
and unfortunately, that's the whole thing about the problem with DC right now is you had the tentpole movies that they were starting to build, and then that just didn't happen. So all the other properties that they were already connecting to it, what's going to happen with those? I keep wondering about that, because we still have the next Aquaman movie coming out, and was there a Wonder Woman 3 eventually coming out as well? And we have the Flash movie, which finally is almost coming out sometime in the next year or so.
Maybe.
I want to say. Maybe.
Have you not heard about all the stuff going on with Ezra Miller?
Oh no, I have, but the last I heard is that it's still happening. Is it not now? Like, I knew that he got into another fucking brawl with someone outside of a club a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they haven't said anything yet, but there's rumblings that they may shit can the movie because of all the bad press.
Going to be a dickhead, yeah. I don't know what happened there.
Just lost his fucking mind.
Apparently.
Warner has a real bad thing going on right now, because they have Amber Heard, obviously.
Yeah.
And Johnny Depp, and they removed Johnny from the third Fantastic Beasts movie because of what he was accused of doing, and now we find out that
that Warner Brothers had the Harry Potter. I forgot it was them.
Yeah, so they removed him from that because of all this. Then it turns out that he's not the piece of shit that everyone was saying that he was. But obviously the movie's made already, so they,
yeah, you can't really undo that.
Yeah, it's he's not in it. She's in Aquaman 2. Well, she's in Aquaman 1, obviously, as well as in Justice League, both the Snyder Cut and the regular one, more so in the Snyder Cut. She's going to be in the second one. There's rumors that they want to remove her, cut her from the movie, which someone...
the rumor that Jason Momoa didn't want her in it.
Yeah, they're saying he was backing the thing, he even not that this fucking means anything, but he actually backed John, or he kind of showed his support for Johnny Depp good ways into this he started following him on Instagram and shit like that, which in a celebrity way is hey, we're friends now.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know, it's weird because they have the Amber Heard thing. They obviously turn their backs on Johnny, which really, to their point, I'm sorry. I believe it was probably the best thing to do, because that's some pretty bad press for what sort of kind of is a family-ish movie, but not, because these ones are obviously more adult than the Harry Potter movies were.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. You don't want anything of your movie to be linked to any type of abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then obviously there's Ezra Miller. There's the Joss Whedon thing. Him being a fucking scumbag and a piece of shit. They got some real bad. Not saying any of the studios have it, but they seem to be real bad in the not picking good people to be working with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. It's kind of fucking nuts, really, if you think about it. But man, I don't know. It's just so weird But they're yikes. Yikes. Yikes is all I can say. Ha.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyhow.
The final thing that I can remember that you texted to us over the past week is the new Sandman trailer and announcement for the date that it comes out, which I cannot remember is off the top of my head.
August.
While I watched the trailer, it's so dope looking. Goddamn.
It looks so good.
It looks so good.
Like, I remember Neo coming out. Like, obviously, we've had this discussion before about creators hyping shit, right? Like, sometimes it's not great. Like, it comes out and you're like, ugh. Like, well, I'll use a more current one. So Jared Leto, obviously, was hyping the fuck out of Morbius, right? Yep. So much so that you and I, even watching those trailers and being very like apprehensive, like this doesn't look good.
Oh yeah, I called it back then. Yeah,
like let's fucking give this the benefit of the doubt. Let's go see it, right? Because Sony's
done. It's still a Marvel movie. It's still connected to Marvel. It's not. It's still a Sony property movie, but like they did pretty good with Spider-Man,
and they did good with Venoms.
Yeah.
You know, so like, all right, let's give it a shot. Maybe that the trailers just aren't the best. Like, we've seen movies that are good that have real fucking bad trailers, right? Like, we've talked about that before. That shit fucking pile of a movie was as trash as that trailer when we discussed it before was. Like, I would have loved to be like, yeah, perfect example of terrible editing on that. Everything about this was shit.
Yeah.
Jump forward to this. I would like to say, like, I had faith in Neil Gaiman, right? Like, he wanted to be involved in it. He was at set when they were shooting. He was like, I think he was an executive consultant, if I'm not mistaken, is his title on it. I could be wrong about that. But, like, he was there for casting. He was there for all of it. And he kept saying to everybody, like, trust me, Netflix is doing right by this. I would have never imagined we were going to get what we got. Never. And I'm not saying Neil Gaiman was blowing smoke. I never would have thought that. The visuals in this new fucking trailer, mind-blowing.
So good looking.
Dude, his castle, and the way that the like the world of dreams like looks is like perfect. Like so the thing about that is like this is what's different about this kind of thing and like if it was a book, right? So if we had a book like just all it is words, we have to go by what our brains think of, right? So like I'll use an example again, modern example. The Expanse. I, myself, you could disagree, but I don't think you do. They did an amazing job of pulling those images directly out of my mind's eye and making the images on the screen.
Oh, definitely.
This is different because it comes from a visual media, right?
Right. It comes from a comic book series. You have actually something to pull from.
And they did it so well. Like they teased us with his helmet and all of his garb. But bro, when you see it moving, I was like, bro. And then the fucking gate opens and you see it and I was like, oh, they did it. Like they did it. Holy shit. I need to go back and watch it. I only watched it on my phone, and I didn't end up watching it again the other night when I came home because I started watching the Apple stuff. I need to watch it on actual TV with good audio. Does the what's his name? Not the Carpathian. It's Vigo the Carpathian. What's his name? The guy with the mouths.
Oh, yeah, I was just trying to think of his name, too, because he's right there at the M, played by Tom Paris of Voyager.
What is his...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Tom Paris with Voyager.
No.
The Corinthian?
Corinthian, yeah. Do you hear him talk? I couldn't tell because I was watching it like on my phone, like not with the audio up.
Yes. Okay, so you've only seen it once, and I was actually going to ask you this. It seems like I want to say it seems like they're changing the story up a little bit, maybe just because of that line at the end there. He says something to the effect of he's I can feel him, he's back, or something like that. And it's like, okay, that from what happened and how they introduced the
Corinthian.
the Corinthian in the book series, he wasn't. They introduced him in a basically a villain con type situation, and so to have him like sitting in a room towards the end of this this trailer here and him saying something along the lines of like he's back or something like that, didn't make a whole lot of sense to me unless they're changing the story a little bit.
I want to see. Yeah, there it is. Jesus. Oh, you have to.
For
put
the
in
most part,
this
everything
name.
looks the same, I guess.
Yeah, it's Boyd Holbrook plays the Corinthian.
And he was Lieutenant Tom Paris in Voyager, wasn't he?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. From the back, he looks like him.
For you, the most recent thing I know you'd know him from was he was the bad guy in Logan, the one with the metal hands.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he's been in other stuff too. Well, actually, I didn't want to bring this up because I know both of us feel very poorly about this movie, but he was the main character in The Predator, the newer one that Shane Black did.
I've forgotten that one too.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, I didn't want to bring that up.
You can't bring anything up that you don't remember.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of different things, but I would have thought you might have remembered from him from Logan more than anything else.
Who plays Tom Paris then? Oh, what was his name? Something McNeil?
So I don't. I mean, obviously they're not going to list episodes yet because we don't. Holy fucking shit! Never mind, they did. There's 10 episodes listed here. They don't have titles though; they're just episodes.
Episode 1, episode 2, blah blah blah.
It's just episode. It doesn't list anything else. It says who wrote them though, or teleplayed them. Not obviously.
Robert Duncan McNeil. That's who played Tom Paris. You know what? I think I might be actually confusing him with the guy that I actually do know him as. That I do know. But let me see. What was his name again? That actually plays the Corinthian?
So his name is Boyd. So Boyd. Holbrook. HOLBROOK. Boyd Holbrook.
Oh, nope. That is not the person I was thinking of at all.
Okay. I think he's great for it because he has a very swarmy look to him.
Oh, yeah. Looking at him, he looks like he'd be perfect for it.
All right, so
perfectly fine for it.
My question was, because I haven't watched it with anything up on my phone. For some reason, in my brain, it's different. We obviously, you and I both enjoyed the audio books of them that they've done so far.
Yeah. The Audible originals.
Yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't say audiobooks because they're teleplays essentially, like they're audio plays, radio plays, what do you want to call them? Does he have an echoey voice? Like there's 3 voices in this trailer. Does it?
No, I can't tell.
Okay, I couldn't tell because I was only on my phone, and obviously the fidelity on a phone is oh so great.
Yeah, the first time I watched. I think I was on my phone as well, but I did have my headphones in, and I couldn't tell. And I just tried watching it again right here, and I couldn't tell, but the audio is very low.
Yeah, because they ain't paying for that shit. Yeah, I don't know why, but whenever I again, in the Audible original one, I don't think they did it. They didn't do that in there. I don't think they didn't do it that way. But for some reason in my brain, I always thought he talked with 3 voices. Because when he talks, all of the mouths move. For the people who don't know what we're talking about, if you don't know, the Corinthian, he's pure fucking nightmare fuel. Because he looks like a normal dude, but instead of eyeballs, he has mouths with teeth and tongues. Like, they're full-on mouths. And he eats eyeballs, which is just fucking weird and gross at the same time, but also terrifying. But he's like, he loves, like he loves evil so much so he goes to a serial killer convention. Like, it's fucked up. But in my brain, whenever I read the comics, I always imagined him having 3 voices that were, like, slightly off. Like, a little bit echoey. And maybe that's just me, like, thinking too much about it. But I'll try to post a picture of the Corinthian, because, like, I was hoping they would show it at the end of the trailer, like him just, like, peek his sunglasses down. But they didn't show it.
Do it. Like, he's slowly starting to turn around, or at least the camera is slowly starting to pan to the front of him, and I'm just like, oh, are we gonna get to see the gnarly teeth eyes? And no, we don't get to see it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, come on, man. Ow. Top 20 most ridiculous horror movie creatures, and they show killer comes from outer space.
Oh, they are pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find that other character that I cannot remember his name, nor can I remember anything that he has been in.
That's good.
But I know his face.
That's not going to help me much at all. Can you draw it?
No, I'm not going to help you at all. Yeah, can I just draw it? I swear he was in Star Trek at one point. I don't know. It's not going to help right now. I'll look it up later.
Much like Law and Order. Everybody's been in Star Trek of some sort, I'm pretty sure.
He's probably been in Law and Order too, but fuck trying to make it through that list. There's my news app. Hey, to continue on with news,
Yes.
Did you know that it was the anniversary of the original Ghostbusters release?
Yeah. Ghostbusters Day.
Apparently that's a thing. I'm going to admit, as much as I love Ghostbusters, I didn't know that Ghostbusters Day was a thing. Why does everything need a thing these days?
They debuted the trailer for Afterlife on that day last year before. When did they do it?
Which is fine. Like, you can definitely release things on anniversaries, but even as this article points out from Gizmodo, called Ghostbusters Day reveals not 1 but 2 new movies. It actually reveals at least 1 or 2 more other things as well. But even this article points out, like you could release things on anniversaries and be perfectly fine, but like, why are we making like days out of things?
I agree. It makes no sense. But yes, I did know it was Ghostbusters Day the other day.
But yeah, so apparently we are getting a sequel to Afterlife. I believe being written by Gil Keenan and Jason Reitman. No word on exactly what it's going to be. They just basically, Reitman is quoted as saying this is a passion project of his father's. Nope, that wasn't the quote I was looking for. I lost it. Anyway, basically that where they left off in the previous movie was that the Ecto-1 was heading towards New York again.
In the firehouse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And the film is codenamed Firehouse at this point.
Yeah, Ghostbusters Firehouse is what it's codenamed right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's the quote right there. The last time we saw Ecto-1, Reitman teased of the film, it was driving back into Manhattan, the home of Ghostbusters. So that's cool. And we're also getting a cartoon series on it, and I'm spacing out on where they said that was going to be released. Netflix. Besides the animated television series from Netflix announced earlier yesterday, then they talk about the Afterlife sequel. And then the final thing is that apparently PlayStation VR 2 is going to be getting a VR game for the Ghostbusters, or what they call the ultimate location-based, fully immersive Ghostbusters training simulator game. Oh, I guess it's coming to the Quest 2 as well. Sorry, I missed that. There will also be a VR game available on Meta Quest 2 and PlayStation VR. Oh, that's right. Those are separate from the Ghostbusters Academy VR, which is from Hollowgate, which is going to be touring, I guess, around the U.S., although I didn't really see anywhere that had said where they're going to be on what days. But it's going to be a VR experience that you can go to and train to be a Ghostbuster or something like that.
I've been waiting all
Not a whole
my
lot
life.
of details on anything in specific, but yeah. Oh, the other thing was also Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed coming to consoles soon. So it sounds like 3 games, sort of. You got the Spirits Unleashed, which is coming to consoles soon. You have the VR game that is coming to MetaQuest and PlayStation VR 2, MetaQuest 2. Meta being Oculus, if you don't follow the fact that they did a name change for the PlayStation VR 2, and then the Ghostbusters Academy VR experience, which is going to be in more than 400 locations around the world.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. I saw something.
I did see some pictures of like people in the headsets and holding what looked to be like guns in the in the way that you would hold a wand.
I could have swore. Nope. I don't see it. Oh, I've fucking read a lot of news apparently the last few days.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks, buddy. Nope, I don't see it. Okay. I read some of it. It was about Ghostbusters. Like, Dan Aykroyd said that, like, they're interested in coming back for a sequel. Talking about, obviously, Firehouse. And I don't see where the article's at, so...
Which would be definitely interesting, because obviously the question of the plot would pop up of the second movie. Does it take place right after Afterlife happens, which means that the kids are still kids. So do you have the old team come back as much as they can, or do you start relatively new? I don't think you're going to have the 2 kids become Ghostbusters necessarily.
Probably not.
And drive Ecto run around Manhattan busting ghosts.
Ain't no bitches gonna bust no ghosts.
But I can definitely see them being in more support roles.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do I really want to see three elderly men in jumpsuits running around New York trying to bust ghosts? Yeah, in some instances it might be kind of funny. But I think I would rather see a new cast.
Yeah.
With them as support.
I agree. Yeah, because the last shot you see in Afterlife of the Ecto one driving on it's one of the bridges in New York. It might be the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm not too sure. Anyways, he's driving on it. We don't know if that's directly after the events happened in that first movie, third movie, what do you want to call it? In Afterlife. It could be months, it could be years. Who knows? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, no, I did see that, and I was kind of excited about it. I did not hear the thing about the cartoon show though on Netflix. That's kind of cool.
I mean, we'll see how much you like it, because you famously don't like the cartoon series.
Because it's trash, Joe.
It's not trash.
It is trash. Watch it again.
It is not trash. I will watch it again.
Garbage.
Watch it again.
Garbage.
It is not garbage. It was my childhood.
Ghostbusters was my childhood, but the cartoon
Was not garbage. It was not trash.
Garbage.
Not garbage. It was fun. It was fun. It was not garbage.
Hey, did we discuss the fan theory about the cartoon?
We might have.
So there's a fan theory. So if you haven't seen the newest Ghostbuster movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, what we're talking about, there are two things that pop up that are actually from the cartoon. One is the little chair, the gunner seat that comes out of the side, and the other one is the remote control trap. If I'm not mistaken, was the other one. The fan theory is the cartoon exists in the world of Ghostbusters, as in it is a cartoon that was made in the world that Ghostbusters existed in. Does that make sense? Like it was a show on television.
Like they're trying to do marketing and this and that, and so Ghostbusters are a big thing. Some marketing agencies like, hey, we can turn this into a cartoon series and make it kiddie and stuff, and you can make money off of it. And they're like, go for it.
Because Venkman obviously is a fucking but yeah, so that the fan theory is the real Ghostbusters is an animated show in the world of Ghostbusters as literally that, to make money, like to promote them, and that's why the Ecto-1 had the gunner seat in the remote control trap.
Because if it existed in the cartoon, like some writer was like, this would be an awesome thing, and they're just coming up with cool stuff, and how about we promote it with the real thing?
Yep.
And so they make a gunner seat and a remote control.
Yeah. So that's like something that Egon's working on, and they're like, hey, that's cool. We're gonna put it in the cartoon, and he's like, oh, that can fucking work or whatever, right? Like that could be a thing. So I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, actually, that's kind of cool. The show's still garbage, but
the show is not garbage.
That's cool.
Not garbage.
Funny. Nah, I'm good.
Not garbage.
We'll
do a torture theater, and we'll just torture you.
You can watch it, and I will not. We'll watch it together, Joe, with that new fucking sharing thing that comes out on iOS 16.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of, actually, you were earlier, not this has anything to do with it. You were talking about earlier, you found a channel on YouTube that was like Addams Family show, like just to show the Addams Family. I don't know what, I was going to look it up and I forgot to do it before because we got distracted with something else. There's a YouTube channel, and I want to say it's Hasbro's channel, that literally shows episodes of G.I. Joe in their entirety.
Okay, that also popped up on my recommended list this past week, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
did it pop up on yours?
Well, because I subscribe to the Hasbro channel, I think it is.
Okay.
And so like they do it. I think it's a daily thing, because there's like 700 episodes of fucking G.I. Joe. But like they just play G.I. Joe. Like it's just it's straight up. It's the whole it's a whole episode. It's fucking weird. Yeah. And I was like, that's strange to me.
It's kind of cool though that they're releasing it on a platform that just anybody could watch though.
Yeah.
I do find that pretty cool. Am I going to sit there and watch G.I. Joe? Probably not.
Nah.
At all.
Dog.
Like, G.I. Joe is one of those shows that I do hold near and dear to my heart, but it's rough to go back and watch. And that's a lot because in my head, watching those shows as a kid, the animation was fluid and awesome, and the stories made sense. And now you go back and watch it and you realize, oh, that's cheap animation that they probably just hire like 100 or so, animation studio, for an animation studio somewhere, because they can just get them for cheap, and they can just do, a bunch of cheap animation real quick and just get it out the door. And then I'm pretty sure that's another one where they reuse scenes as well. You'd be like, that's an explosion. I remember that explosion from that other episode. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it is Hasbro. So it's like full ass episode.
Nice.
Like it's weird, dude. Like this one shows season 1 episode 32, but yeah, they full on 22, 23 minute episodes just on there as season 1 episode 35. Yeah, it's crazy. I was
But
like,
speaking of G.I.
cool.
Joe, I do think every once in a while when I'm reminded of G.I. Joe, I really wish that the that one G.I. Joe short series that came out a couple of years ago
Resolute
took off, the more adult one.
Resolute,
yeah,
yeah.
that would have been dope, because it was better. It was better animation, and good lord, was it a lot more adult.
Yeah, Resolute was dope. Warren Ellis wrote that, man.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm. There was one. What was it? Hold on. While we're on this, we'll wrap it up here in a second. There was the Oh, we can't find it. Okay, yeah. So if you go to YouTube and you type in G.I. Joe Resolute, you will find the full film. It's 58 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
It's just on some random channel, but you can watch it. But it was on like Cartoon Network or Adult Swim, actually, technically.
Yeah, Adult Swim sounds right.
Adult Swim. It's the same fucking channel. It's just different times of the day. But yeah, no, that one was super fucking cool. I loved that fucking shit because they actually killed people in it.
Yeah.
Like Cobra Commander killed Mindbender, I think it was, and like sent him to G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Like he and like it was fucking crazy because like they did a lot of cool things like Pit, which is like their base, was like, I don't know. Like there's all sorts. I could talk about it fucking forever. I'm not gonna talk about it. We need to wrap this up. But yeah, if you guys want to watch it, I mean, I definitely would highly recommend checking out G.I. Joe Resolute because it's fucking cool as shit.
Yep.
And real violent.
Oh yeah.
Real violent.
Real violent.
Anywho, I think that's everything. Unless Joe's got something else.
There was one more thing, but we can hold off till next week.
What is it? Hold on, let me see what is it.
We're just continuing on with things, trailers that have been released. The Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yeah.
The show on Netflix got a couple of teaser trailers that got released this past week. Honestly, I haven't even had a chance to watch them yet, but they got released.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. I need to look up who actually the animation, because I think it's the guys, the studio that does Dead Leaves and
Castlevania.
Fooly Cooley, I think.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I think that's who it was because the animation looks very similar to that.
I still have no idea what Fooly Cooley was about.
It all depends on your definition.
Does anybody know what Fooly Cooley was about?
Someone probably does. Redirect. Oh, that doesn't have a fucking.
Trigger? Is it Trigger?
Trigger Studios is who does it. Yeah. Is that who? I can't remember. Nope.
I have no idea. It's been years since I've watched Fooly Cooley, and even then, I haven't watched the whole series. It was one of those shows that showed up on. How do you pronounce it? FLCL? Fooly Cooley.
Yeah.
It was one of those shows on Toonami that I would watch, and I don't think I ever ended up watching the whole entire series.
It was real fucking weird, man.
Dude, I remember it being real fucking weird. Illustrated by Hajime Ueda. Oh, that's the manga. Sorry. I was like, that's weird. One dude illustrated the whole entire show.
How does he not have carpal tunnel?
Yeah, right. And then I saw that Dark Horse Comics published it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's the manga.
There should be a thing about the show. There we go. Who did it? 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 This says Ganix. The animation looks very, very similar, but like obviously very cyberpunk. If that makes any fucking sense to you.
I mean, it is Cyberpunk 2077.
I don't know, but it looks very, very much like that anime style. But I could be wrong about it, but that's what it looks like to me. Anywho, yeah, no, you should watch that. There's a trailer, a clip. I can't remember what it's technically called, and then there's like an 11-minute like talking about it with the makers of the game from CD Projekt Red and the guy who's running the show, as well as, and that's part 1. They're doing a part 2 that has the Trigger team, the animation studio, talking about it as well. But anywho, looks pretty dope.
Cool. I will definitely watch it in a second here.
Yeah. Looks like you're about to fall
Anyway,
over.
that's all I had.
All right, cool. That's it for this week's episode of Comes Naturally. We have been
Joe.
I have been Cody, and as usual, you fuckers just came naturally.
Bye. Ghostbusters wasn't a garbage animation.
Why didn't I hit stop before?